Good afternoon, my people. What is going on? It is your main man, Charles Tank Harris, the founder and chief visionary officer of the financial literacy platform Wealth Our Way, where our motto is wealth is not only for the wealthy. I welcome each and every one of you to episode 158, Flame, Financial Literacy and Monetary Excellence. It is a phrase that we have coined here at Wealth Our Way, and we're going to discuss it today. But before we do, I got to practice the attitude of gratitude and say thank you, thank you, thank you to each and every one of you who are here with me as I stream live across the Wealth Our Way Facebook page and the Wealth Our Way YouTube page. It's actually the Wealth Our Way Network YouTube page. Please subscribe when you have an opportunity. I also want to give the Wild Nation salute to all the members of Wealth Our Way Nation who watch this program in its recorded state overnight, over the weekend, on their lunch break, wherever you can squeeze 15 minutes of financial literacy in. And then last but not least, a heartfelt how are you to the good folks on the Life 101 platform who listen to the audio recording of this very here program. Those of you who follow me personally outside of Wealth Our Way know that I have started the 75 Hard Challenge yesterday. So today is day 2. Woo, it's a lot. I am loving every minute of it. And as I've always said on these programs, there is such a connection between trying to get your weight under control, trying to just get healthier, and trying to get your money under control, trying to get financially healthy. And we're starting a new program on the Wealth Our Way Network called Wealth, Health, and Everything Else. Be on the lookout for that, because I think it's so important. What is the purpose of having money, building wealth, if you are not healthy, if you're not here to live and see it go to your next generation as you start to give to your children and teach to your children, even before you pass away and maybe leave them things, you can start to grow your kids, your grandkids, if you're fortunate, your great grandkids with the financial literacy that you are learning. But you got to be around to be able to do that. So trying to slim it down a little bit, and you guys will be posted kept up to date throughout my journey. I am so excited about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night on the Financial Power Hour at 6 p.m., we have the founder and CEO of the Brooklyn Bank, Mr. Jude Bernard, coming here. It's going to be an amazing show. This brother is doing so much in the community, in real estate and other investments, but his story is fantabulous. Like, if you don't know who Jude Bernard is, you need to know. This cat went from having like a 500 credit score to being 50 points away from a perfect credit score, bold enough to post his credit score, his experience score online and show that he has $8 million of credit access that he's using. He has more than the 8 million, but he's using 8 million of it. So everybody within the sound of my voice would love to be able to have access to $8 million of credit to be able to build an empire. This man buys real estate in the most expensive neighborhoods in New York to buy real estate in. And he's going to be here tomorrow night dropping jewels. We're going to talk about so much, but the number one thing we're going to cover tomorrow night is his Black Money Forum that he just did this past weekend in conjunction with the investment app Stash. He's got partnerships with Stash and other financial institutions. The boy is just big time. Check him out at Mr. Jude Bernard. I think his Instagram is. We'll have it up here tomorrow night. But you got to check him out, because we're going to have a conversation like no other conversation I've had before. There's so much that I'm looking forward to learning from this guy. This man is just a wealth of knowledge, and he's going to come share it with our audience. When I thought about the Black Money Forum, what he did this past weekend, it was co-hosted by Angela Yee of the Breakfast Club. He basically filled a stadium, like a whole theater, King Theater in New York, with Black and brown people eager to learn about financial literacy, eager to learn about investing, eager to learn about tax control, eager to learn about credit repair. Just the things that we are talking about every day on 15 Minutes of Finance. So I thought this would be a great episode to kind of get back to the basics of what we do here and why we do it. Financial literacy and monetary excellence. We are first trying to educate ourselves on all things finances. Now, when I say all things, let's be real. There's too much for everybody, too much for any one person to know. But when I say everything, everything that matters to you in your household, what do you need to know to make your household more financially fluent? That is the financial literacy that you should be seeking. You know, you can always come here to 15 Minutes of Finance, hear about any particular topic, ask me any question, tell me how you need me to get an expert on the show, and I will have one. So we will always cater to your needs as an audience, as a family, as Wild Nation, on ways to get you better off financially. My goal, if I can put another $1,000, $2,000, depending on your income, $10,000. Hold on, the sweat is coming. Got to go live. When you're live, you got to wipe it in progress. This is from working out twice a day now. So when you can put money into people's pockets, when you can show them how to reduce their expenses, how to increase their take-home pay, how to grow their investments, you are doing your job if you're Charles Tank Harris. Monetary excellence, well, we talk about that all the time. Not to shamelessly plug the book, but in my ebook, 5 Major Money Moves and 3 Money Must Do's, I talk about all the different ways to shave off a couple $100 of expenses, increase a couple $100 of take-home pay. This is real money. You know, on the Wealth Our Way, we talk about the 1-2 punch. It's one thing to free up money. It's another thing to deploy it properly. Once you stop wasting money on expenses you don't need, once you start growing additional streams of income or just bringing home more money of your own income, once you take that pool of money and determine you want to put it into something that's going to grow, that is where the magic happens. That is when the magic happens, because it's one thing that we can knock off $500 a month. $500 a month is great. Let me stop here and ask a question. How many of us, now Big Tank is the first one to raise his hand before you even ask the question, because I happen to know the question. How many of us are now looking at the fuel that we put into our vehicles as being damn near a whole new bill? Like, I have a big truck. My truck takes 36 gallons to fill up. I drive everywhere. I put 35,000 miles a year on my truck. And when I tell you that to fill it up is $160, $170, and I'm filling it up on average a little over a week, it's a whole bill now. I am literally, talking about being financially literate, I am seeking out an electric vehicle right now. I'm either going to get a Tesla Model X, or I wanted to get the Ford F-150 Lightning because I drive a Ford F-150, but these Jones are on back order well into 2023. So I am about to get an electric vehicle because 2 reasons, and this is why we talk financial literacy. Any vehicle over 6,000 pounds, I can purchase this vehicle. I can get a car note. Let's say I buy a Ford Ford F-150 Lightning, and it's $65,000. Let's just say that's what it is with all the bells and whistles I get on it. I can get a car note, put no money down, have a payment of, let's say, $1,000 a month. But in this calendar year, I can write off the entire $6,000 because it's a business vehicle for me and all the various things that I do in investment, real estate, all of these things. I use my car for business purposes. So I would get to write off $65,000 against my income this year and only pay $1,000 a month in my car note. The second thing is a lot of the electric vehicles, and this is not an endorsement of electric vehicles, a lot of electric vehicles have all types of tax credits and other things going for them that further reduce your tax bill. So I could drop my gas bill, $170 a week times 4 weeks is $680. My current truck note, my F-150 is like $730. So if you think about the fact that mine goes up to $1,000, let's say, but I'm saving $500 a month, the difference between electrically charging it and putting gas in it, I would be out ahead and getting a tax break and getting a deduction for the vehicle on my taxes. Why do I bring this up? Why did I go on that tangent? A, because it's tough right now with this gas, and I wanted to bring that to everyone's attention and let's talk about it. I feel bad for you, Sister Lindsay. I know California's hitting cats over the head. But the other reason I bring it up, did you see what I did with that conversation? I know that I focus a lot on money, and I'm trying to get you guys to think like I think. There is nothing that I do that I don't look at the financial ramification of what I am doing. If you can see my condo behind me. I told you guys I moved down to Alpharetta to be closer to the young prince, have him with me, and I got a little 3-bedroom condo that I'm down here renting. When I first moved down here, I wanted to buy a house, but housing prices just kept going up and up and up. Now housing prices have kind of peaked, but interest rates keep going up and up and up. I started to think about, why do I need a house? This place here is plenty big for me and my kid. I don't entertain. Why would I buy a house, get a mortgage of $3,500 a month, put $80,000 worth of furniture in this house just so people can come over and say, nice house, Tank? I did that before. I had an 8,000 square foot house in Georgia, beautiful home, downstairs terrace level kitchen, 8 bedrooms, 6.5 baths. I don't need to show off for anybody. Right now, I think about that money not going into a house, not going into furniture, and going into an investment portfolio. Do you realize Bitcoin is down into the low 20s? It cracked into 19. I told you guys the other day, my long-term goal is 5 Bitcoins. 5 Bitcoins. I think I came on here about a month ago and I had 0.67 Bitcoin. And then I just was buying as it was dipping down, and I got up to 1.2 Bitcoins. I was super geeked. The price kept dropping. I decided to sell everything and buy it back so that I could take the tax loss. I am now dollar cost averaging back into my Bitcoin. I'm almost up to 2 Bitcoins, you guys. I'm going to come out of this year with at least 3 Bitcoins. I'm confident. And I thought it would take me years to get to 5 Bitcoins because of what the price used to be. Everything that I do, I look at gaining assets, increasing my net worth. I am no longer just thinking about enjoyment today and spending money. And I still splurge. I still have a good time. But what I tell people, I got to get this air conditioning cranked up a little bit, but I'm trying to conserve the bread. It's like, no, I think my son turned the air off. I'm going to kill him. He's thin and he likes to have it warm in here. I'm about to choke the young prince. But the reality is that when you start thinking about what your money can do for you, it changes your whole mindset on what you do. I just started ordering these Factor 75 meals. Now, per meal, they're pretty pricey, but I tell you what, they're cheaper than. They're cheaper than going out every day. Taco Tuesday and all these other different things that I would always hit. Now I'm saving money and getting healthier by doing it. So when I talk to you about financial literacy and monetary excellence, I am talking to you about a lifestyle that I want you to adopt, that I want you to start to look at everything you do. Put off today for the benefit of tomorrow. It goes against everything that we're wired to do, but I'm telling you that if you can focus on tomorrow and what's going to happen to you 5 years, 10 years down the road, those days that are 5 years and 10 years down the road, they come along and you live them and you live them better because every day you're putting off the gratification. The gratification still comes. It still comes, but it's just not today until you have built up some of those future todays. And when you do that, when you start spending time right now planning for tomorrow and next week and next month and next year, when those days hit, they hit so hard. They feel so good because you're getting a benefit from your previous work. You're getting compound interest on your life. So yeah, I do hear you. We do need a retreat, and we're going to do something. I'm going to do a debt reduction day at the end of this year. It's going to be like a big event. I'm going to try to get with my team. I'm going to get with my team to come up with a clever marketing plan around getting something done one day where everybody, decides not to shop, not to spend money, not to grow debt. And then we're going to do a Wealth Our Way retreat as well. But please, please, please tune in tomorrow night to hear my conversation with Jude Bernard. This brother is special. He's special. For me to hype him up like this, y'all already know he's special. The Brooklyn Bank, the Black Money Forum, we're going to talk about it all tomorrow night. I guarantee you're going to learn some things tomorrow night and enjoy yourself. So until then, remember, wealth is not only for the wealthy. You guys take care.